that's an interesting piece there.
Yeah, so it's somebody's handwritten at the bottom, Lafayette, Indiana, down there. But it is a nice selection of old locks and keys. Some of the locks actually have their keys, and some of those keys and locks do not connect. But they're still pretty interesting, and that somebody put a board together showing it off is even more, I think, interesting.
What circa what there on that?
I would guess like maybe late 1800s, early 1900s, probably.
Because I bought a metal detector recently.
Yeah,
I live by the Wildcat
yeah.
and found one just like that.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I would say late 1800s, early 19, and very early.
Very
Like,
cool.
yeah. So we're continuing to get stuff like that all the time. This is just stuff I've processed through. These are Hot Wheels, Johnny Lightning. Some of them are individuals, some of them are in sets. We have a coin, it's like a gold president's medallion set I'm going to do over there. That's some of the things that I cleared from the area, that we
Are you
had done.
selling this guy over here?
He's actually here on his day off.
Oh my.
We all can't stay away. I was here yesterday on my day off. So they look like that. That's first day issue cover with the stamps, and then it's got a gold-plated coin there showing the president. And this is almost a complete set. I think
Tourists
this,
in high school should buy that.
right. I think that the set is about 40, and I think we're at 38 or 39 is what I counted. So
Wow.
real close.
Cool.
We also have some tools and little car diorama thing that's going to get sold, and that stuff's all prepped for eBay. I've been sort of working out of the office here. I've got a flat of jewelry Dad gave me. I still have those books that we talked about last week that I got to get to. It just keeps getting put on top. These are some loose stife. See the stife there, the bears? There's more of those that don't have their boxes that I still need to finish up, and some American Girl dolls below that. We've got some jewelry up here. There's some paper money things, and these are some of those like drawing, like sort of protractors, compasses, things like that.
Yeah.
I have 2 sets of those that we'll put together.
Wow.
And then I've been working super hard on some comic book stuff that we got in, and that person that brought me those is also acting like they might bring another 500 or more. And that's supposed to be today, so we'll see if we get those. These are some more of the Hot Wheels stuff that we've gone through. This is a really interesting vintage, what they call a bullet. I think it's Rayovac light flashlight. But some of that stuff's still collectible. Costume jewelry I've sorted already. The Swarovski crystal, this huge group that we got in, is just enormous. This is a whole train set here. Let me grab one of the bigger pieces here. So check that out.
Oh, Lordy. Look
So
at
there's
that.
a lot of animals. I just priced an orchid that I was working on. But there's just all kinds of stuff in here. Let me see. There's a cockatoo or something like that, some kind of a bird.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but there's just all kinds of hedgehogs in here, and there's, of course, the lion there, and cats, and there's a fox, crystal fox.
Gorgeous.
I mean, just really pretty. But it's Swarovski crystal. I also had a piece of, when I was going through the costume jewelry, this is a Swarovski crystal dragonfly.
Nice.
And that is a brooch that you can pin on your body, so you can actually wear that one.
You know what would be cool, those crystals? And a nice curio with uplighting from the
Oh,
bottom.
yeah.
Wouldn't that be sweet?
Well, that's where some of this stuff comes out of. So this was a big group of them were given from a grandmother who was, having to move into assisted living or something, to a granddaughter, and her family just only had X amount of space. And there was so much that they sold me this group, and they still have a ton.
That's great.
The kids got to pick out ones they liked. The
Sure.
mother of the kids, she picked out stuff, and they just got to a spot where they're like, hey, we need to move some, and this is what we end up buying. So we are still trying to figure out what to do with this whole stack of ancient coins. Remember, we talked about that.
Yeah.
I still have it sitting over here. I'm trying to figure the best way to do that. I'm also making a tray of some better costume jewelry that I need to organize in different ways on different flats. And we're constantly pulling like Masonic pins and all those, Order of the Moose and like just Red Man Group and you name it, like any of those fraternal order
York
stuff.
Rites,
Yeah, any of that fraternal order stuff. And then we also have several trays of religious, like rosaries, pins, and some of those little medallions that have like different the protection, you know, different things,
Sure.
angels, whatever. Anyway, we have a slew of that, but we're just constantly like sorting things and organizing it. So when people come in and they go, "Hey, do you have?" Then we sort of know where to point them out or
Yeah,
grab a
we do.
flat for them to look at. And so, well, you know how we do for you. We'll pull things out and show
Oh,
you. I mean, you looked at one thing this morning you liked,
I
so
bought it.
yeah, you bought it. Yeah, that's right. Right before we started filming.
I don't make any money shooting video for
I
you.
know, right? She's gonna just use it all here. It's like when somebody's like buying something back here and they still have to walk to the front door. I'm like, close your eyes and run fast,
That's right.
like because they're bound to like find something
I
else they
do.
like.
I love coming here.
Yeah,
It's education.
yeah,
It's fun. It's like thrifting. It's like thrifting on a better level.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
It is fun when people don't know what something is when they bring it in, and I don't know what it is, and then you sort of educate each other as you
Fun.
figure out what the heck it is.
Yeah. I've learned a lot.
But there's some weird stuff. So we found something last week that initially we thought it was some kind of a grinder, and it ended up being a grinder, but several people were like, "Oh, that's a meat grinder." And well, the mouth of it wasn't big enough, and so anyway, so we got to the end and we were like figured out what it was. So
Cool.
it's kind of
Awesome.
yeah.
Can't wait to come back next week.
Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you then.
It's RamZ's Emporium
Yep.
on Farabee Drive.
We'll see you soon.